Good Wednesday morning of the seventh week of the year. And this is again with St. James. I think these are a collection of essays, a collection of sayings by him, because it doesn't follow consistently the whole paragraph. So my guess is somebody else compiled these things. Well, you know what Jimmy said the other day, stuff like that. I got to call it that, Well, you know what Vitali said, you said this, he said that. So it doesn't follow in a perfectly coherent manner. But they didn't want to lose a thing. So here he goes. I said, beloved, today or tomorrow we shall, let me try it again. Here we go. Beloved, come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we shall go into such and such a town, spend a year there doing business and make a profit. That's what you say. You have no idea what your life will be like tomorrow. So you're a puff of smoke that appears briefly and then disappears. Instead, you should say, if the Lord wills it, we shall live to do this or that. Now you're boasting in your arrogance, and that's evil. As my old age now, I'm very aware of that. I think of that when I'm teaching my kids in class, how young they are. They have 60, 70 years more life ahead of them. I'm lucky if I have 6 or 7. And I feel my own mortality very, very strongly. I feel like it's a puff of smoke. Just today I was thinking about it this morning, early this morning. When you look back and you think of the course of your life and the great adventure you lived, but you also know it's passing. It is like a puff of smoke, except that it is an immortal puff of smoke. In its physicality, gone. We don't even remember our great-grandparents, let alone, our grandparents we'd hardly remember. And our great-grandparents, we're lucky if we even know their name. I love to go in Italy because it's my father's village, but also my mother's, through my grandfather on my mother's side. Complicated, okay? But whatever, because my mother's family came from Italy to the United States. My father's didn't. They're buried there in that little village. And every time I'm in Pontevassari, that little village, I go to the graveside. I go to the cemetery. And I look at my grandparents' graves, tombstones, and all my uncles and aunts and all those generations, 3 generations that are buried there, even some of my cousins. And I look at it with gratitude and a sense of belonging with them. Okay? I remember with reverence and how quickly it passed, that they are now gone. So now they are gone. And if I weren't a Christian, I think I would only grieve without hope. But I grieve with hope that we will see each other again. I told you at my onset, in Paradiso, we will see each other again in paradise. And I want to see my family again in paradise. I want to see my parents, my aunts and uncles and grandparents, especially my Nonna, who raised me, helped to raise me. I want to see June and so many other friends, so many others who have passed. They are not nothing, and they're not a mere memory. They are alive in Christ, and their fullness of their person. And in fact, they are my saints. I have to tell you that. I call on my family and Junie all the time. All the time. I got something to do that's significant. I say, Junie, don't let me screw this thing up today, okay? Don't let me mess this thing up. Or my parents, don't let me do this. Intercede for me. Keep me from making these dumb decisions, dumb mistakes. They're my saints. They're my saints. And so are the passionate saints, St. Paul of the Cross, St. Gabriel. Those are famous, but they're the founders of the order. And hence, I'm a Passionist. I am, in that sense, their lineage, their sons. Their son. So I asked Paul to help me be faithful to what I am doing. St. Paul of the Cross, you see. But most of all, I call upon my mother and dad and June. That's what I do. Ma, don't let me screw this thing up, okay? Pop, don't let me do this. Or help me. And then with Junie all the time, Junie, help me teach this class right. I can't explain it. You have to know it comes spontaneously to me. Hey, June, give me a hand. Junie, I call her Junie. Hey, June, that's what Bill used to call her husband. Junie, help me here. Don't let me mess this thing up. I could see her saying, now, don't say these things in class. I shoot my mouth off. You see? They're my saints. They're truly my saints. And I want to honor them in my memory and my prayers. And not only pray for them, I pray to them. Because I know they love me. I know that St. Paul of the Cross loves me because I am his son in the order, as it were. You see, I'm the Passionist order, right? So, in a sense, he's got skin in the game. I matter to him. How kind of a Passionist I am. I'm living a life that he would never dream of in his time. You just look around my condo, my professional life, etc. And in moments, I think, oh man, hey Paul, well, it was 3 centuries ago. I said, don't mind me talking this way. I say, Paulie, you did it your way. I'm doing it mine. I hope I am a faithful Passionist. Just like when my mother said to me, whatever you do, never dishonor our family name. I think all the time, Ma, I hope I never do it. I hope I never, ever, ever bring dishonor to our family. And I pray for my mother. Don't let me do it. Help protect me from myself, as it were. Same with my father. These were honorable people, and our name is honorable. I hope I never desecrate it, you see. Those are my prayers, I have to say. I don't know if I'm wasting your time this morning or not, but yeah. Life is a puff of smoke. And the people we have loved and been loved by are gone. But are they really gone? In one sense, like a puff of smoke. In another way, no. They're companions in life. Just what my aunt said, but saying it now and in the future, post-mortem future. Ci vediamo in paradiso. We will see each other in paradise. Well, in a sense, I don't see them now in that sense, but seeing means be companionable. We'll see each other. You see, we will be with each other. They're with me now. My family's with me now. My parents, my grandparents, especially my nana, you see. Might consider my uncles and aunts as well. Uncle Harry, my godfather, sure. I know he's with me. Sure. I can't think of Cape Cod without him. Why, he's there. He was there. You had to know him. Uncle Harry was a scooch-looking app. He was fun to live with. He was fun to live with. Yeah, a good man. I'm glad he's my godfather. And my cousin Harry, who died 2 years ago suddenly. His kids found him dead on the floor. I pray for Harry all the time, my cousin. Anyway, pray for him and to him, both. See, I think, puff of smoke is right. And the beginning of wisdom is the recognition of our own life and our own finitude, that we are mortal. But in recognizing we are mortal, deeply and from the deepest part of us, we all recognize and hope through our faith that our mortality is temporary, that we will once again see each other in paradise, that we are forever alive in Christ and through Christ and with each other. And certainly, as I said to Junie one time, there is no paradise without you. I meant it. There's no paradise without you. Because there's no paradise without love, and love is personal. It's personal. Just like the apostles were Christ's friends. They're with him in paradise. I can't imagine Christ wanted to be without them. I mean that too. I don't think Christ would be content to be without us, his friends, those he has given us in friendship, our lives, and called us to even a richer friendship in paradise. Anyway, just a thought.